you build Realty Boris the way you did?
I mean, if you want to make money, you have to be aggressive. That's the truth. And that many won't tell you. I mean, it's very, very aggressive out here. And if you don't come out so strong, you'll be eaten.
Tell me, Boris.
Yes.
What was your first real money moment?
The first real money moment. Very good question. The first real money moment was when I'm very, very social. I talk a lot. I have very good energy when I go out. I'm
Your
very
life
social.
of the party.
Yes.
But people should
not
not
that
confused
not
that
that
because you are out there that your ecosystem is accessible.
It's very tight. It's very tight and
So what was the money mistake? Tell us about the money mistake. What did you do and how much was it?
the money mistake?
Yes,
was it really a mistake? All right, some will think it's a mistake, but then for me, I kind of feel like it wasn't a mistake because you know when you work so hard, you also want to feel good. I went and bought a very expensive cologne for myself. Look, I'm still living in the slums and I'm spending, thousands of money, tens of thousands to buy a cologne.
Boris at 19 years.
Oh.
What would you tell? What would you tell?
Boris at 19 years. Boris at 19 years.
Speak to him now.
No one has ever. Oh my goodness.
Take your time, bro. Take your time. Take your
Sorry, I'm a very strong guy and I don't break this way,
Take
man.
your time. Take your time.
No one has
bro.
ever asked me these deep questions that you ask me. And it makes me remember where I came from.
What advice were you given that you ignored and it's costing you now?
What is that? I mean, what is that?
Is this that you could only find out through being in the game?
Oh, that's very, very powerful, man. Sorry, madam. I kind of feel emotional.
I can imagine, my brother.
But it's fine.
Take it. Take your time. Take your time. Take your
Yeah.
time. We are deeply honored.
Thank you so much.
Deeply grateful.
Thank you.
For what you're doing for our community, for what
Yeah.
you're doing for this nation, and for the picture that you are in Africa.
Really happy.
Boris,
Yes,
tell
sir.
us who, before Realty Boris has become, if not the most premier luxury real estate brand in the nation now. But before that, who was Boris?
Boris is a humble man. I come from a very humble background and was born in the village just like some of us here. And I grew up in the village. And some part of my life was in the coast and some part in the city of Nairobi. So Boris was just like you and from the slums of Kangemi. And young man trying to figure out life, went to school, to the same schools you guys have gone to. And not lucky enough, it's just through work ethic, that's why I'm here today. And that's my short story. I mean, that's all.
Tell me, Boris.
Yes.
What was your first real money moment?
The first real money moment. Very good question. The first real money moment was when I closed a sale. And money hit my account that I'd never seen before. Hundreds of thousands. I was confused. I felt like I owned the entire world. And that's when my mind, shifted into, I felt like I could do anything. I became so confident of myself. And from that moment till now, I've never looked back. Everything has been very, very positive in my life because of that single moment. And that was through a client who was referred to me by a watchman in Lavington.
What are you talking?
So, okay, now let's get the story now. Let's go into the story. I grew up in the slum just behind Lavington, and I saw all these beautiful Lavington streets. And one day, after thinking and looking around on what I could do, I was asking, I told this story, you know it. I've told this story
Absolutely.
before in
I
your
want
office.
you to share it here.
Beautiful.
For the benefit of our community.
Amazing. So,
Yes.
so now I've tried things. I mean, I've done a lot of things. You guys, some of you here are in college and you sell, thrifts. You do a lot of stuff just to keep going. So I was there. So after finishing college and going home and tried a few things and things were not working out, I sat down with myself and then also brought in my friends and I asked them, what could I be good at? And the guys started giving me, answers. Some said, Boris, you're so good in fashion. You do so well, in fashion. But I asked myself, is there anybody who is into fashion? By that time, who was a millionaire? And there was no answer to that question. Then I asked my friends again. Well, someone told me that, Boris, you're so good, you could be a very good preacher. I said, no, not my thing, because, I'm not into, Bible stuff and all these things. Then someone told me, Boris, you're so good in sales. Because I'd done hawking in the streets of Nairobi, Koja, all the way to Moi Avenue. I've been doing hawking in Kisumu, Kakamega, Busia, Narok, and all these places. For the sake of clarity,
explain to what is hawking. Some of us here are very privileged, some of us are
all right. Amazing.
Say it in clear English. What is hawking?
Hawking is just the informal way of doing business.
Yes.
You go get stuff and find a buyer with no structure.
Fantastic. That was you wake up in the morning, go buy stock, and
sell,
go and sell it on the roads.
There's no structure, no office, no nothing.
I hear you, sir, on that. As far as you asking people, what should you become? But what did you want to become at 22? What did you want to become?
Very good question. At 22, I was reading books, and I wanted just to just do well, right, for myself. And so I was looking for opportunities that could make me a millionaire so fast. All right. Okay. So I'm getting there. So now someone tells me, Boris, you can be a very good sales guy. I said, okay, sales. Then I went and searched. What is the highest paying product to sell that could make me a million? I took my laptop, searched. I had a laptop I was given by my cousin, gifted. So I Googled, and on my screen, I found real estate was the highest paying product to sell in the entire world. And boom, something just clicked in my mind. Then I searched, who is the best real estate agent in the world? Just in the slums. And on the screen, I see, in the slums that time. Yeah. In the slums, and I just search. And on the screen, I see.
You are not searching the latest dance trend.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then on my screen, I see the highest selling, highest real estate agent, the best real estate agent in the world. And I find Ryan Sahand. And I chose to follow Ryan Sahand, and Ryan Sahand has been my inspiration. He's the best real estate agent in the entire world, and I do follow him a lot. He's the reason as to why I'm here today.
Wow, fantastic. So you start selling real estate, and the story continues. You make your first big money. Ladies and gentlemen, Boris did sell that story he said about getting a watchman as a reference. He sold a $3 million property. You can imagine the commission. But now you're in the money, and you're a young man. You're just coming from the slums.
Yeah.
You have not yet gotten sophistication. What was your first money mistake?
Oh, the first money mistake. When you come from a very humble background, you always want to show off a lot. And so when I got, the money, I went into a spending spree. I was just buying stuff because, I thought I could always make the money. But then again, what really guided me before then, even when I was in college, I used to read a lot of books. And even when the money came in, I didn't just make a lot of mistakes. I knew what to do with the money. Up to now, I keep on reading. Reading is so powerful. Reading books on what you want to become would guide you a lot. That's what guys don't do. And then following accounts that will just mentor you and just steer your path into success. That's what I was doing by then, because I didn't have an iPhone or all these things you guys have. It was only books that mentored me to become the person that I am today.
Lovely. So what was the money mistake? Tell us about the money mistake. What did you do and how much was it?
The money mistake?
Yes,
was it really a mistake? All right, some will think it's a mistake, but then for me, I kind of feel like it wasn't a mistake. Because, when you work so hard, you also want to feel good. I went and bought a very expensive cologne for myself. Look, I'm still living in the slums, and I'm spending, thousands of money, tens of thousands to buy a cologne.
Okay, why was that? Is that the trauma of poverty? Because
exactly, that's it.
From hustling,
that's it.
Many times when you get the breakthrough, unaambia mwili pole kwanza.
Very true.
Yes,
but then again, also with doing that, there was a reason as to why I was doing that. And if you want, I can also tell you why I was doing that. I kind of felt like the only way to connect with the rich man was try to look like the rich man. to smell like the rich man, to dress like the rich man, to talk like the rich man. And not really the rich man, just the people I was trying to connect with. Being a young man from the slums, I was trying so hard to fit in, right? But then again, all thanks to God, all these things became possible.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Tell me, Boris, you have arguably built, without any business education,
Yes.
you have arguably built one of the largest elitist real estate brands of our time.
Yep.
Are you able to walk us through that decision to build that brand? What drove you? Because you told us that you found that sales is one of your strengths. You went ahead and found that real estate has one of the biggest margins, and you decided to enter into real estate. Real estate has so many verticals. We have rentals, we have selling of land, we have flipping of properties, we have buying cash flow positive apartments. You decided to sell apartments, okay, fine, and villas. So you decided to sell a very particular niche, a very particular market category. Are you able to walk us through that decision? Was this by chance or was this intentional?
I would kindly request you just to ask it again. Just make it shorter. Then I
Straight
go
to
straight.
the point.
Yes.
Why did you build Realty Boris the way you did?
Oh, the way I did. Very good question. Why did I build Realty Boris the way I did? All right. Very simple. In my market, things have been done the conventional way, the normal way, where, you just do real estate and so serious and being in suits and ties. And I chose to go a different path. Like I told you, the person who inspired my journey was Ryan Sahant. But then, before I came here, I was down there with one of your peers. And he was asking me, Boris, what pushed you into real estate? What really pushed you into real estate? I told him, what's straight on? Poverty. And all this Realty Boris thing was just a path for me to get off poverty. Right? Because if I chose to walk this journey alone, then I couldn't go far. So I chose to walk with people like me who come from where I come from. I have a team of around, say, 26 guys who work with me.
Wow,
but then
well
this
done.
is just because I realized that I won't do all these things alone.
Yes, sir.
So I had to do it the unconventional way. Try to bring in guys from all over the country to work with me and make the vision a success.
Fantastic.
I don't know if I'm making sense, guys.
You're
I'm not
making
making
a
sense. I
lot
can
of
repeat
sense.
again. I don't know if I'm making sense. But I'm trying to make sense a lot.
Absolutely. Did
Yes.
you ever feel like quitting in this journey?
Oh, yeah, very
Because
true.
you have
Yes.
just casually said you have 26 people. The way 26 is such a huge number of employees.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like quitting, and what did you do to overcome that feeling?
Yes, I recall very well. I recall so well. That was in Lavington. There's a place called Valley Arcade in Lavington. If you guys find time, you can visit the place, Valley Arcade.
Which year was this?
That was around 2021, maybe, if not two, thereabout. I was almost quitting. So I was walking around because the way I began this business was I wasn't driving, I was just walking by foot in Lavington streets and all that, Kilimani, Kilation, and Westlands. So one day I've walked and I'm tired. And at a place where I used to sit down and relax, just to buy time and, just relax and go home. So I sit down and I see somebody, a guy called Dan. He's a seasoned real estate agent right now in the market. I see him walking. And, I called Dan. Dan was coming in to have lunch. Then, just had broken and almost giving up and sit down.
What was breaking you? What was making you feel like quitting?
I was not getting clients. I was not closing deals. And I was just frustrated. I kind of feel like this was not meant for me. So I meet Dan, and Dan invites me to his table. We sit down with Dan. Dan buys me food. And I tell Dan, look, Dan, I've tried to, do all these things and it's not working out. I kind of feel like I should stop this thing and, jump to something else. And Dan tells me, Boris, you know what? I was where you are. Do not give up. Just keep doing it. Keep going.
Yeah.
If I recall very well, I think 3 or 4 weeks after that discussion, that's when I did my first deal.
Wow.
Trust me, yes.
Wow.
Yes, 100%.
So you had come to a place where you wanted to quit.
Yes,
and
I
a
was
friend
almost
came and
quitting.
told you, relax.
Yes.
This is how you do this
Yes.
thing. And that's particularly important because I've really been wanting to ask you this question. What is it about the real estate game that you were getting wrong at that time that you could have only learned by experience?
Wow, that's
Because
a very
if
good
you're
question.
if you're feeling like quitting, if things are not working, it means there's something that is quite not connecting. So what is this that you could only find out through being in the game?
Oh, that's very, very powerful, man. Sorry, madam. I kind of feel emotional.
I can imagine, my brother.
But it's fine.
Take it. Take your time. Take your time. Take your
Yeah.
time. Take your time.
No one has ever. Oh my goodness.
Take your time, bro. Take your time. Take your
Sorry,
time,
I'm a
bro.
very strong guy and I don't break this way, man.
Take your time. Take your time.
No one has
bro.
ever asked me these deep questions the way you ask me. And it makes me remember where I came from. My story is not different with anybody in this setting right now. What was I doing wrong by that time? I didn't have experience, no one to hold my hand and just show me around. I didn't know how to do marketing. All these things you see right now was just through mistakes that I made, and I learned from my mistakes. If I was to do it again, I would do it even better. No one has ever asked me these questions, and I think it's good that these guys are here. You're so lucky to get this straight from me, and I believe through this somebody somewhere will start something from where they're sitting. I believe so. By that time, I didn't know how to do market. I didn't know how to get clients. I didn't know much about the game. So I made a lot of mistakes, Stan. I don't know if
So, and you just figured it out. Because I realized something, and this is going to be the reality of many of us here. I hope you know that nothing succeeds like success. And before you make it, nobody is helping you. It's exactly what you're talking about.
Very true.
You don't know how to market.
save
Right now,
myself.
everybody wants to market with you.
Very true.
Didn't know how to organize teams. Didn't know how to put pitches together. Didn't
Yeah.
know how. But
Yeah.
in the grind,
Yeah.
you got yourself a way to keep moving. How did that make you feel, sir?
I felt so good when I made my first commissions. But then again, I even felt better when I opened my first office. And, you know, just bringing in guys to work with me. I will share with you a secret that I've never shared with anybody else. Anytime you start anything like a business, this is a secret that many will not tell you. When you start anything like a business or a journey, my advice is plow back 70% of what you get out of the business. Many times we make money and we forget about the business. We take the money out and have fun with it.
Wow.
But if you can plow back your money, if you can keep on plowing back, I'm not motivating anybody here. It's just logic. There is power in terms of if you start getting profits and you plow back in a business, it grows. It compounds into something that you've never seen before. You keep on plowing your money into your venture. Within no minute, if you compare yourself with guys who began like 20 years, you are like 30 years away from them. Just through, you know, plowing back and plowing back and plowing back. Sacrificing. I didn't leave the slum when I made my first commission. I maintained in the slum for some time.
Wow. What are you talking? So you are making the big money, but
And I was still
lifestyle,
in the slum.
but lifestyle
You don't change it.
inflation did not.
You don't
not-
change.
Okay, so if you were to start Realty Boris again, all with all this knowledge that you have right now, what are the top 3 things you'd do, or even top 2? What are the top 2 or 3 things you'd do differently if you are to start it all over again with what you know now?
Perfect, good question. What I would do different right now, I will go straight into sales of products. You know, I waste time because I wasted a lot of time. I was doing a lot of renting and of studios. Rent is not bad, but studios and 1 bedrooms and SQs. I would go straight into sales of fast moving products because that only happened after some time. Then I realized now, okay, this is where the money comes in very fast. Now, what I do different again is I would go big into marketing. So big into marketing. There's nothing so powerful as marketing. Number 3, I will focus more on branding, like crazy, like personal branding.
Man,
a lot.
I love your aggression.
No, I mean, come on. I mean,
Yes, sir.
if you want to make money, you have to be aggressive. That's the truth. and that many won't tell you. I mean, it's very, very aggressive out here, and if you don't come out so strong, you'll be eaten. It's true.
Yes, sir.
And those are the three things I would do different if I was start
in
again.
Nairobi.
Yeah.
When you say please clarify, what do you mean if you don't go big, you'll be eaten? What does that mean?
Look, business, even in school, I mean, even in your classes, it's competitive. It's all about competition. Man eat man. It's survival for the fittest. If you cannot be fit enough, you won't survive. It's the same thing in business. If you cannot plow back, you can't be patient. You can't just, keep on going every day. I mean, you'll be boxed out of the market because everyone wants what you want.
Yes, sir.
It's all about you wanting more than them and putting in more effort. That's when now you can win.
It's going for it.
Exactly. That's what I did. Nothing else. Just keep doing what you're doing, plowing back and putting effort. That's all.
Tell me, Boris, if there is a young man here, if there is a young woman here who wants to build something like what you've built, because I can tell you have not taken a long time. If you want to build something like what you've built, or they want to build something similar, what advice were you given that you ignored and it's costing you now?
What is that? What advice was I given at that time
that you ignored and it's costing you now for you to build what you're building?
Oh my goodness. Do I have time to think?
Absolutely. You can take your time on that.
All right.
But as you take your time on that, tell us, what has been the place of mentorship? You spoke about having digital mentors. You spoke about finding somebody who looked like where you're going. You spoke about finding somebody who has built what you're desiring to build, and you started following them, started consuming books voraciously. But have you had mentors locally, and what is the place of mentorship? And does this generation need mentorship?
You know, Stan, come on. I mean, Stan is a very good interviewer and communicator, and is asking very good questions. So my mentor, my first point of mentorship was just in my extended family. I only have one uncle who is into business. The first time I met him was when we had our first family gathering, and he's the only guy who came with an SUV.
Okay.
I was like, come on, why is this guy, driving an SUV and all these guys are coming by foot? What's wrong? What's happening here?
Yes, sir.
And that drew me into just understanding what he was doing different. And I went close and closer to him, and he was open to guide me. And through him, I understood business deeply, right? Apart from him being my, close mentor, I also went deep into now digital mentorship. Like I told you before, watching guys, from the US and Europe and South Africa and all these countries, following what they do and learning from them. That also really molded me to become what I am. If you look my account, if you go into my personal account, you'll see the guys I follow. Those are the guys who have mentored me to where I am today right now. Grant Cardone, Dan Pina, and all these, phenomenal guys in the world. Who are in the business field. Yes, Stan.
When you are in business, one of the things that will always get in the way of progress is friendships, ecosystems, dysfunctions. For somebody, if there's a young man who's listening to you right now in Abuja University, we are coming to Abuja University in 2 months.
Wow.
We're going to Cape Town. Can you imagine? Yeah, we're going
Beautiful.
to Makerere University.
Yeah.
We're going to Egypt. But if you are a young man in Africa today, and you are saying, what are the top 3 dysfunctions I should avoid in order to build like you've built?
What are the top 3 dysfunctions you should avoid? I think bad company. Lucky enough, I met some guys in college, and we were 3 of us, and all of us, we chose to succeed, and the 3 of us decided we'll do so well in school.
In college?
Yes, in college.
Like the ages
the 3 of us, yes.
Here, like people, you are this age.
Yes, just this age. And some might be watching right now, they know me from my school. We were 3 of us, and we chose to walk a different path. We were not into things like clubbing. I've never drunk or smoked in my life. We were not into all these destructive things. We focused on building ourselves, reading books and all those things. So in college, we built a clique of 3 guys. All of us walked the path. And all of us, the 3 of us got first class, all the 3 of us. After college, we said, you know what? We are going to start our own companies.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
All of us, the 3
Yes,
of us.
sir.
So being that to build a culture of just, positivity and building ourselves through reading books and all these things and not getting into things like drugs and alcohol and parties, it was so, it was so into ourselves. When we went out of school, it was just a norm and culture to us. So once we left school, it was a norm in me and my guys. So the dysfunctions, things like partying and clubbing and all these things, time wasting things. I don't indulge in such kind of things. And things like partying, drinking, smoking, wasting your time, and then also friends who just give you negative energy.
Speak about negative energy for a minute. Yes, sir.
There are people,
how does that look like? Yeah.
There are people you share with them an idea, and the only thing they see is how the idea will fail. I hate those kind of people. I cannot see. I can't be there.
Yes,
I
sir.
hate it.
Yes,
if
sir.
I give an idea, just show me the positive side of it. So there's such kind of guys in your midst, in school or anywhere. You find them, you share an idea, and they're like, how about you try and it fails? I don't like that kind of energy. So friends also can pull you back.
So you're very selective. One of the things I've realized in the city, and you guys, you can see this very quickly, Boris is very selective with who he allows in his ecosystem. He's very selective
Very
in the
true.
podcasts
Yes.
that he goes to. He's very selective. When you go to his office, one of the most lavish offices in uptown
Thank
Nairobi,
you.
he doesn't just allow anybody to get into that office. Tell us about that. Are you intentionally building a particular ecosystem, and why?
Yes, it's very true, man. Not all of us will go the same path. So once you know that, you choose those who want to walk with you that path. People like Stan, people like, all these friends of yours whom you have that have the same vision. So now with that, I chose to be very selective. I'm very, very social. I talk a lot. I have very good energy when I go out. I'm
Your
very
life
social.
of the party.
Yes.
But people should
But
not be
not
confused
not
that
that party.
because you are out there that your ecosystem is accessible.
It's very tight. It's very tight. And look, Stan, some of us here might think, okay, because you're doing so well, when the weekends come in, you want to be out there partying, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that, because once you have a very big vision, you always try to consolidate your energy and your focus into just one direction.
Which is
and
the vision.
nothing should distract you.
Yes, sir.
And that's what exactly I'm doing right now. I'm putting my focus onto things that, things that would show up. Would be, impactful in my life in the next, 10, 15, 20 years. So my focus is into building my brand, getting into things like developing and blah, 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 just becoming the billionaire in Africa.
Wow, well done.
That's my goal.
Congratulations. I'm really excited for what it is you're building. As we begin to land this plane, we were having a conversation here earlier about the power of vision. And one of the statistically relevant findings that we found is that vision has a way of crystallizing decision compression. So there are particular decisions that you are making, and I'm loving what you're talking about, how that your weekend is taking the shape it's taking because of the future you're pursuing. That because of a particular future you're pursuing, you can't just live in a particular way. And hence why I want to ask you this question, Boris. When you look at AI and you look at where the world is going, if you look at the shifting of global powers and so on, if today you were to put $1 million of your own money, which industry will you put it in other than real estate? Because real estate is already your baby. Yeah, real estate is already your baby. Which other industries would you advise us here? If there's a young man in the room, if there's a young man watching us in Abuja University, which industry should they begin to watch as where the next billionaires of Africa will be minted?
It's conventional. It has been done, and lately I've begun to start reading more about African billionaires, and through that I got a couple of ideas on what to do and where they do their things and what they do, and I'm beginning to build an interest in manufacturing.
Aha.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes, manufacturing. And I'm thinking of getting in that field, manufacturing. Because you've just asked me where else apart from real estate. And I think for me, I'll get into manufacturing. Why is that? The reason is Africa is developing continent, and therefore we are growing and we are multiplying so fast. And so with that, like you've seen lately with the wars in Iran and all that with the US.
Yes, sir.
Now Africa is starting to look at herself. What can I produce? What can I, buy from another country? What can I, trade with another African country? So we're starting to look at ourselves. So with that, it shows you that in the near future, I think with our population, there will be a lot of demand in regards to manufacturing because of population. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I could just get into that space and grow with it, real estate is growing on this side, manufacturing also
is growing on this other side.
Let me tell you, my I don't know if you guys will have a chance to meet this amazing individual. Is older now, but for me, he really inspires me. Devki.
Devki Steel.
Yes, and Chandaria. These are people like us,
Captains
just from Africa here, and
Yes,
they have made it so big in terms of manufacturing. So those are the guys who really inspire me in that direction as well. And I'm thinking if we can begin as soon as today, then I think in the next 20 years we're gonna be the next Manu and the next Devki. That's what I believe in.
I completely love it.
Yeah.
It is interesting you're speaking like that because I found a very interesting statistic. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that currently Africa, this is according to World Bank,
All right.
Africa is commanding, can you imagine, 30% of the world's resources. How many percent? 30%.
That's big.
Do you know what percentage of wealth we command? 3%. That shows you that we have the resources, but we are unable to develop the resources, manufacturing.
Very true.
So we have a very extractive economy, but we are unable to process it.
Very true.
Now, it's a painful paradox because by 2050, according to World Bank, 1 out of every 4 human beings will be African. Can you imagine?
Wow.
That is just 24 years away.
Shows you,
in the next 24 years, our market is going to be arguably one of the largest markets. So when you speak about manufacturing, there is something in the inside of me that is leaping for joy because of the sheer possibility that is in that particular industry. I also found one more thing that is extremely exciting, especially for us right now as Africans. Would you ask yourself today, what is the African median age? Can you take a guess? It's 19.
19.
So we have the youngest population. We are going to be the most populous content.
Wow.
Meaning, what you have said is spot on.
Thank you.
That truly manufacturing is something that we need to begin. As we begin to close, I want us to get into a quick fire section. I'll ask you 5 quick questions.
It's fine.
Straight answers. But before we get into that, speak to Boris at 19 years.
Oh.
What would you tell? What would you tell
Boris at 19 years. Boris at 19 years.
Speak to him now.
Boris at 19.
Tell him.
Yes, Boris at 19 years, man. Get into reading books in regards to business. Just read books. Boris at 19 years, man. Just avoid distracting things like, friends with negative energy, friends who are very pessimistic. Boris at 19 years, find a mentor who can mentor you right into the world of business. Boris at 19 years, man. I mean, just avoid drugs and all these things.
Yeah.
Stay focused. Boris at 19 years, man. I mean, prepare for the next world, which is of course business. And Boris at 19 years, do not fail to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Thank you very much, my brother. This is usually how our conversations are. I can tell you, brothers and my young brothers and sisters, The only person who can get me out of my office on a weekday is this young man. When I see his text, he says, "Stan, I'm looking, let's do coffee." This is the only guy, because I really enjoy how rich our conversations are. 5 questions, quick answers. Number 1, what's the best investment you've ever made?
Oh, the best investment ever made was investing in myself. Yes.
How does that look like, sir?
Oh, now, reading and just grooming so well, and just feeding yourself information and all these things. I think that is the most important thing for any young man who's coming up. That was the best thing I did for myself.
Fantastic.
Reading books and just grooming so well, and prepare myself for the world to accept me the way I am.
What is the worst investment you've ever made?
Oh, wow. Oh, the worst investment that I've never made. What is that, Stan?
Your worst investment that you've ever made?
Worst investment?
I can tell you.
Tell me.
I've bought a lot of land.
Oh,
I hate it. Is the most stupid decision I've ever made. I remember I was at MTV and I remember saying that land is not an investment, and the whole nation crucified me until we went and did the math and said, okay, fine, let's use statistics and data to determine is land an investment for you.
All right.
What is the worst investment you've ever made?
Man, Stan, to be honest, not that I'm trying to fake it, but I'm trying to think that I can't pick anything. I don't
Fantastic.
know.
Not worry about
I can't
it.
pick anything.
One book every African young man must read.
Rich Dad Poor Dad, anytime, any day. Read it 20 times if you can. That book changed my life. I read the book in college and I say, you know what? When I finish college, I'm going to start my own company. And that was it. I've never been employed. Sorry. I mean, I know some people have different journeys, but that's what made Boris who he is. And I believed so much in business from the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
One of the things that I really appreciate and enjoy about your brand is that both you and I have a very healthy respect and love for family and for marriage and for so on.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you a personal question because we're having an intimate conversation here. Could you tell us, if I'm a young man today and I'm looking to marry a wife, I'm looking to find a life partner, what are some of the 3 behaviors that should be the biggest red flags when I see? Some of the red flags. Tell us about the red flags.
Spending. That's what. I mean, look, I have a very huge fan base, but anyway, forgive me, guys. Red flags, spending, make money,
so
spending.
If I have a girlfriend today who's pushing me to spend
party here, Naivasha, I don't know where, we go here,
my profile photo should just disappear, and she should wonder why can she see my WhatsApp profile photo. Okay. The second red flag.
Second red flag is someone who is over friendly with. I'm sorry, man. I want my woman for myself.
All right.
And if my woman wants to be open to everyone, I don't like it. I mean, that's
right,
I
hear you.
Because look, we are very territorial, and
for
us to live together, we need to respect one another, and for me, that's so important.
Number 3, red flag.
Red flag. Oh my goodness. Red flag.
They're over.
They're over.
No pressure. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Boris. Please, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, Boris, yes, please give me
I was impromptu. You didn't tell me, man. You didn't tell me.
We gotta get personal. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
It was such an amazing